That was right away.
5 at 5.
Live at 5. All right, see here. I want to get this thing set up too. But yeah, we'll get you pinned on there. We'll be able to play music. All right, gotta find that Bluetooth.
Oh, I've just been notified that Zach is live with Andy. Oh,
Well, fucking hop in, man. Meet that Andy guy. He's a pretty good guy.
Soon to be stateside.
Yes, I can't frickin' wait.
Bro, listen, we're in the month of May, and I've been told in January that I'll be operated on in the month of May. And we're into the back end coming up now, and I've had no correspondence, I've had no letters, no dates, no fuck all, bro.
Yeah, and I noticed that because
so
I've been.
frustrated.
What's up, Sandy? How you doing?
Hey, Sandy. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, baby. Andy's old channel got shut down, love. You should sub to him real quick. If you just search for @pinned_message, I'm going to post it up in my chat here. But he had to change his channel.
I don't mean to be rude or anything, brother, but just from the outset, from the head of the video, can I just request that you stop calling me babe while Nick is in the chat?
I can't promise anything. I'll try. I will try. I promise you that. All right, let's see here,
everyone. Everybody. Thank you all for joining us, everybody, and taking time out of your precious existence to come and share some energy with us. It's much appreciated. Thank you all very much. If there's anybody of Zach's channel that's wondering whom I am, I'm just a boring old English guy that resides. Well, I say English guy.
Hey, there's my mom.
In England. I'm actually a Scotsman that resides in England.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, Linnea Taylor is my mom.
Awesome.
Hi, Brittany.
I should be on my best B's and Q's then, brother.
No, you ain't got to worry about that. My mom's probably more crude than we are.
Well, that's a right and a privilege that she bestows upon us, brother, being our elder. I shall
absolutely
still hold my P's and Q's.
Absolutely. That is a bunch of gibberish to me. I do not speak German. I mean, I was born there, but I don't speak it or read it. I think that's German.
It's Dutch,
looks like gibberish.
It's Dutch.
Is it Dutch? Okay.
Is die birdie in the urban?
Can you read that?
Break it till you make it, bro. Come on. Did it used to be on Sesame Street? Is die birdie in the urban?
All right, now that we have that, we will go here.
There's no pinned message, love.
Why? Shows it on my screen. And it shows it on my laptop screen.
Oh, wait, I lied. Hang on.
What's up, Andy? What's up, Sam?
Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. Good to see you, bro. Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah. Sam, that's my new channel there, brother. If you'd be so kind as to
yes, we got to get him up there so that way he can go live again. He changed his channel because there's shady ass people in this world, and sometimes you just got to start over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got to pull up.
Cheers, Sam.
Now, why? Just open a second page. There one. Aha.
So I literally shut my old one down, and I've reopened that one today. And I didn't realise that because it's through the same IP address or whatever, the same URL or whatever, whomever which is most channels that I go on, whomever I'm actually moderator for, I'm come back in, but I'm still blue. So I've come back into Tom's chat and that this morning and others, and I'm still blue. And
Lee, what's up?
And so they're saying to me, who the hell is pinned message? Who the hell is pinned message? Because I thought I'd come back as normal, you know. Here's Crevit as well. Hey, Crevit. If you,
I was going to say too,
brother.
Anyone who may be curious as to why they are not modded anymore, I'm actually running some tests on the algorithm because I from what I'm to understand, the less mods you have, the more the algorithm will push you around, unless you are a big content creator, like
Yeah.
say Louisiana Michael Myers. Like he can have up to like 30 mods before it will stop pushing him out in the analytics. So
I've also heard as well, brother, whether it's true.
anyone who's not.
I've heard that also when your moderators are in the chat, they don't add to your hours and things. Whether it's true or what, I don't know.
Yes, and
It doesn't affect me any because I moderate everybody. I'm not here for numbers and figures, you know. But
I do see that, David. Yeah. I'm curious as to why. Let me check, because I did go through it and customize all that, but I'm gonna have to go into my studio here real fast because I am seeing everybody's still modded, which the most people that I've seen that are modded are going to be keeping their mod anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, C6, could you be so kind and to
yes, please, KJ.
That's my new channel. Thank you.
At Pinned Message, we got to get him back up to 50. His channel was tainted, so he had to restart a new channel. If we could sub to the at Pinned Message, that would be greatly appreciated, so we can get him above 50, so he can start streaming again. So that way, I can listen to his ugly face talk.
Exactly, you're better, right? You know, it's absolute perfect face for radio. That's right, brother.
Right, I was born for radio, man.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I was so ugly when I was a baby.
I love your voice, and then they see my face and they're like, "Whoa!" Like, yep, well, that's what I was born with. Here I am, stuck. Pete,
yeah. I was breastfed with a slingshot.
And of course, my shit is not popping up. Let's try to reload it. P, you can't be up here, dude. All right, let's see here. P, quit. Yeah, everyone is still modded. I went back through. Maybe I didn't save it. All right, I am going to start dropping mods.
You always have to hit that damn save button afterwards. That's always a thing.
That's probably what I did.
I'm
removing all mods.
And then just press back.
No one trip out that you're losing your mod. They will come back, but I'm running a test on this, so the mods will come back. The only person that will be modded is my wife, and that's because she's my managing mod.
Thank you, Sam.
I'm gonna keep KJ in there just because I know KJ is normally in my chats, so just in case my wife isn't available, because like right now she's at work. If my wife isn't available, I know she'll be able to moderate it for me.
Thank you, Sam. Just going to quickly break bread here. I was thinking to myself this afternoon, you know, because I didn't really realise the amount of people on here that have time for me, and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be amazing if I could just restart this afternoon, and before I go to bed this evening, have 50 subscribers, and I could hit the button and go live within the next, 48 hours type of thing, and it'd be hardly a blip in my little course. You know, it's awesome. You all are amazing. Thank you all very much.
We should be able to make that happen for sure. Oh, see, and that was the problem. I didn't push save. All right, so I've got C6, Louisiana Michael Myers, and Pinned Message, which you're right here. Saved. All right. Sorry about everyone losing their mods, but just understand that will be changing. It will go back. I will have mods, but I have to keep it under a certain amount. And I figure just doing it that way to where I can see who's in my chats the most, those are people that are going to get the moderator because that they're there to help. So
absolutely. So C6, my new channel is literally at Pinned Message. The Pinned Message is at Pinned Message, which is Andy, and that's my new channel. So if you just type in at Pinned Message or hit my channel before you wrench gets. Here she is.
Like a weirdo. She's so awkward.
Taking it all in. Absolutely taking it all in, bro.
She's taking in air. That's all she's taking in. All right, now we're gonna go. Want to get out of studio now?
I don't even know why. I don't even know why I called my new channel Pinned Message. I just thought it'd be a good addy. Everyone looks at a pinned message, don't they?
I thought it was funny when I seen it because I seen it in Princesses, And I was like, and you were putting the strong arm, and I'm like, Andy's the only one that does that to me. And then she's like, oh, that's Andy. And I'm like, oh, shit, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Just like I'm the floating hearts that come out at Mach 3.
You see, this very day and age, we still virtue signal, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know when it's you for the most part, and you definitely know when it's me because, of course, I'm the fastest. So
exactly, I know instantly. You haven't even typed in when I'm live. You're not even appeared in my chat, and them damn hearts are flying. I know straight away. That normally it's the girls that press them things, but we know when it's you. You know.
Oh,
And
see,
I do
that literally just to watch you smile because I know you know who it is.
I can just literally see you at home like a damn Nintendo gamer.
Yep. That's where I get those fast hands from, is gaming so many years. Is this thing going to connect, or how's this working here? Here, let's try this.
I was 41. Thank you, Nicky. Look at that. We're at 41 already, Zach.
And that's why when you had suggested going live together, I was like, yeah, let's definitely do that because I know that'll get you where you would need to be.
Awesome.
Silo. Got to find the silo. Sorry, I'm trying to hook up my Bluetooth speaker here so we can listen to some tunes.
Alrighty.
I mean, I could do it through my other one, but I don't understand. There's a freaking ant crawling on my shirt. Look at this.
That's a good size. That is a good sized ant, my brother.
Yeah. Come here, you little fucker. There.
One of the damn leaf carriers.
Where'd he go? I threw him on my laptop and he disappeared. Well, he didn't like that at all. So maybe he'll make an appearance shortly. I don't know.
I'm feeling not so bad, but not so good. Thank you, Sam. You know, I could be better, but I could be worse. I'm in a predicament that I don't want to be in. I'm somewhere that I don't want to be. And things are a bit fucking lumpy, to say the least, like lumpy custard or lumpy gravy. I could do with having things a little bit smoother. Let's run things through the sieve here, shall we?
Right. Nobody likes lumpy gravy. Not one person. Unless it's got sausage in it. Sausage gravy? Not so bad.
Lord. Yeah. Same joint, more gravy, Sam. You know the one, mate.
Aha, we got her. All right. Now that we got that done, get this out of here, this out of here.
We are just absolute technological whiz kids. We ought to open our own computer shop at this point, I think, Zach.
That's a horrible idea. Just horrible.
Oh, we're not in it for the money, bro. Just for the crack.
all people is going to get is laughs because...
Exactly.
Hey, there he is.
The crack.
He came back. He didn't want to live. That was the issue. Look, man, I tried to let you free once. That was your fault for coming back.
Mm-hmm. What's the temperature there today, Zach? I see your fan on like that. You know, I've been sitting in a jacket today in England, and you're sitting there with your fan on. It's crazy, eh? And we're under the same sky.
My ceiling is so dirty. That's disgusting. The temp here today is...
And that's because of the fan, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's fully because of the fan. It's... Babe, are you still in chat? I know if I check it on my phone, it's going to shut stuff down. Let me see if I can get it on.
What you'd have to do is just maybe switch your fan off for an hour, give it a quick lick of paint, but I wouldn't want you to get all emotional about it.
I would cry right on stream. 58 here today. There you go. Wifey told you.
That's my best dad jokes right there. Let's gloss over that, shall we?
What is it? What is that in Celsius? That's got to be like 14 or 15, I think.
56 Celsius. Yeah, it's around about that.
Okay. I was gonna say I know 80 is like 30 or 30, I think.
So yeah, it was 58 here today, and yesterday it was 75. That's the variations we can have here. You know, pretty much like the Midwest over there.
Yeah, my mom My mom lives in
40s
northern
in one day.
Arkansas.
Yeah. 80 degrees there today. Lord, that's hot, isn't it? 80 is plenty for anybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
71 in Alabama.
Go to YouTube Music here.
Yeah, there's a few states I would like to visit in America, and Alabama is definitely one of them.
Alabama's nice. It really is.
Hello from Indonesia. Welcome in, Radiaz.
Welcome from Indonesia, or welcome from Wisconsin and the UK.
I love Bama. Yeah, Bama is good.
Let's see. We'll just start. And you'll have to tell me about how well the volume is here. Ooh, that's the wrong way. We don't want that. Can you hear that music?
Yeah, but it's not.
Does it
It's not
sound-
loud. It's not loud. No.
Okay, that's kind of what I was hoping. All right, now I want to pull my channel back up so I can watch the chat on this as well. What the hell? My shit's glitching. I don't know. I don't know how to describe what I just saw on my computer here.
Well, we do know that your computer has a bug, don't we?
It's got to have a bug. I had it. It was when I got it because I got it from Eric, Simply E, and it does some weird things, man. It'll change people's names. Like
I've seen that. I remember that when it done
Yeah.
it with Leah and stuff. You know, you
Yeah.
turn your phone around to show.
and it did it to C6 as well.
C6 was it? Yeah, that's right.
You have KJ. You have to do it on a computer or laptop through
You
your.
don't. You don't.
through your
Yeah,
studio.
you can do it if you're not on a live. You have to have YouTube Studio and you have to have a laptop. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you can go live. Wait until they come in and then demod them when you see them in the chat. Hey Nacho, brother, good to see you.
What's up, Nacho? Kita the Goblin. We're doing all right. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great Friday evening.
Nacho, my brother, would you be so kind, please, young man, and make a subscription to @pinned_message? Thank you, brother.
It's just so weird to me that it changed everything with your channel, except what the hell are you doing, man? Except like because your moderator was still valid from my channel, but it's changed to pin message. So it's just I think it's because you attached
it's crazy, isn't it? And I've completely deleted your channel as well. Yeah, you have to get it on the laptop.
Rapidly
C6, isn't it? It's not enough to have it on your phone. You have to have it on your laptop, or at least on a tablet, because on your phone it only has so much on the app. You don't get the whole application.
Yeah, you'll have to put it on a laptop or a PC. Unfortunately, you can't. Studio only lets you do so much on the cell phone. Rapid changing weather. Where are you at? That you have rapid changing weather? Because we have rapid changing weather as well. We were up to like almost 90 degrees, and then it's back down to
Samuel's here in the UK.
No, not Sam. The Kita the Goblin.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I'll be right back. I gotta grab my smokes.
Okay, brother. And then back to sunny again. Whereabouts are you, Keita?
I want to make myself
in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah. Southern US, they're saying to me.
I don't know how bipolar Oklahoma is, but Wisconsin is bipolar as hell. We literally can have all seasons in one day.
Yeah, it's like that right here in the UK, because the island is so small and the weather is so heavily manipulated over us compared to other countries. Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Bailey, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're well. Thank you, C6.
I got to make a mixed drink. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's my mixed drink because I don't drink. Well, very often. I do drink. I have a drink from time to time. Like when you come to the States, we're definitely going to throw a few back, get a little pissed together.
A couple of brandies.
Brandy, or I'm a whiskey fan, but I don't mind brandy.
Yeah, I'm not into whiskey. I was sick on it as a youth. I've never been able to drink it since,
I was that way with vodka.
Yeah, we all have our demons, don't we? And whiskey was mine, and Jack Daniels or whatever like that. Bell's whiskey.
Well,
Because
see,
obviously,
I used to like vodka and Red Bull or vodka and any energy drink really. But I come to find out if I have cheap vodka, I beat everyone up.
yeah, including
So
yourself.
it's better for me to stay away from it. It's a healthier life choice. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Well,
I don't
obviously,
understand that.
my Scottish lineage, my father, his father, and his father, they're all Glasgow Scotsmen, and whiskey is the drink of choice in Scotland. And so that's what I grew up on,
Yeah, no, I hear that.
That's a hell of a word. Home of the hurry blazing, the earthquake and Ado. Everything was mine.
That sounds rough.
Yeah, it's time to move home, mate. What do you do? What do you do?
You
You
just
can't even live. You can't even live underground. It's no good digging under, is it? What do you do? Time to damn
stick your
move.
head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
Exactly, man. Exactly. No good in a plane. No good in a bunker. Mother Nature will always get you. Yeah,
Here,
you were
we're just
doing
gonna.
good to survive.
I'm gonna run a
My hat
test
to
tonight
you. I
on these
tilt my hat to
non-copyright
you.
mixers.
Well, all we have to do afterwards, Zach, is just delete the live.
Yeah, but see, if you delete the live, you don't get your watch hours.
I appreciate that, but sometimes we've got to go above and beyond, don't we? Enjoyment and togetherness, F the watch hours. Let's have a damn party. Phone a friend. Ask the audience.
That's the
50
audience
50.
playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
It's Samuel says phone a friend.
All right, this is not going to cut it. I don't like what I'm listening to.
Yeah, watch out, it's all with a beer. Yeah. I would be one of those men. Like, look at this shit. Excuse me. For any person who has ever had an EF6 tornado, Lord, I couldn't imagine being. Them things are just so powerful on them tornadoes, pick houses and trucks and trees and just throw them damn things around like paper. The pure might and force, 4 years sober now and 22 now, class A's. Go on then, Sam. Way to go, bro.
Congratulations, fam, for sure. It's a hard road to be on, but it's worth it, and that's what I
It's
try
a
to tell
lumpy. Again, we're back to lumpy custard. Listen, just keep fucking swallowing.
The more you swallow, the things are going to go smoother. Just remember, it might come out just as lumpy too.
The quicker you swallow, the quicker it goes.
Just close your eyes and push hard. It'll be over soon.
Sam says, "What music are you putting on, Zach?"
Right now, it's honestly just because I want to see if it'll flag this part of the stream, this is going to be, it's a non-copyrighted music mix. It's got a lot of NFX on it, The Fat Rat, Unknown Brain, Cartoon. It's just, for now, it's just a background music. I did it once with Leah's live, and I told her to let me know if it flagged her. She didn't let me know, so I imagine it didn't flag her. But because otherwise, what I end up doing is you can cheat it. You can keep your live, but you just mute the entire live. Because, I mean, 90% of the time, a lot of people don't go back and watch your lives anyway. So I don't think it really matters that you mute them. And then I've tried to explain that to Matt as well, too, that, you know, you could play your music in there, but he's like, oh, then you got to delete the song out of there. And it's like, dude, just mute the whole stream. Nobody's going to go back through and watch a 4 3-hour stream all the way
That's
through.
right.
It's not going to
That's
happen.
right. That's right. I agree. With all best intentions, I could say to you, I've done a great stream yesterday. It was the best ever, Zach, and I had the best results ever. And it was a 3.5 hour stream. If you get a minute, you go and take a look. You haven't got
I
that
mean,
time,
I'd
have
go
you?
check it out, but I would skip through 90% of it just trying to figure out what the hell you were talking about it being awesome. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It wouldn't even be so bad if when we watched it back, YouTube would show us the live chat. So then we would see
Yeah,
what,
that would be
it would
nice.
help. That would help no end, wouldn't it? And I think that there ought to be a feature that I think they used to do it back in the day, if I remember. When you used to watch a recorded live, you could see the chat.
Yeah, no, I thought that as well, just because of the fact, like, even when I was modding for Matt, you know, there's a lot of things going on in there. And back when I first started modding for him, we were trying to figure out who was blocking people and who the culprit was that was getting rid of members that had been members for a long time. Because it even happened to me once from one of the moderators. They timed me out for like 24 hours, and I had to get a hold of Matt. I'm like, hey, what the hell's going on? Anytime I type in chat, it disappears. I'm like, was I banned from, you know, chatting or whatever? And he's like, oh, it had to been one of the moderators. And I'm like, well, I'll try to figure it out for you. Went in that live, and it doesn't show any of the chat, which is silly to me because the chat is 90% of your content for making content, because you're discussing things with chat. So
Exactly.
it's strange to me that they don't incorporate that. I mean, I can't understand why they wouldn't. It's in the screen, so it should
Exactly.
go. But yeah, no, that's silly. Who's power most of the states, Senate?
Whatever you and I are, whatever we're waffling and conversing about, Samuel Westall totally agrees with us, brother.
I think we're just rambling.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think he's probably agreeing about the chat being in there, and it should be, because it puts context to a lot of the subject matter.
Exactly.
You know, if they're like, well, why the hell do you go off on this tangent about talking about, let's say, music, you know, and it could be because someone in chat said, hey, what kind of music do you like listening to? And, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, that would put context to why the subject changed so fast.
Exactly. Because
Yeah,
the
no,
host could come in. The host could say, yes, to answer your question in there, Billy, it's this, and give an answer. It would be nice to see what the question is.
Right. And that's why I think a lot of people that do that, got 8 more for him. All right, anyone in chat that hasn't already, please go to @pinnedmessage, search him on YouTube, and we got to get him to 50 by the end of the night, which I don't think is going to be a problem because I fully intend on being live for a while. The wife's not home until 11, and it is 7:30, so I will be on for a while.
Lord, okay. Well, my sides, guys, it is 136.
136 over there. And even if you do end up having to dip out or whatever, Andy, I'm going to keep the live going, and I'll make sure I get you to 50 yet tonight.
God love your heart, brother.
I love you too, brother, and I'm always there to help. And I mean, not having you pop up on my lives that I can watch and come dick around in your chat, like it irritates me, you know. Like I want to get you up there too, so I can come be an idiot in your chat.
What, you're always welcome.
I'm the mental image king.
Get it in there, brother.
You got to get that forearm.
Yeah, I've got the forearms. See, it's difficult to get a concept of size on the screen, isn't it? But you know.
Hey, Joyce, what's up? There's Black. Black asked me yesterday in Matt's chat if I was going to go live tonight and play some music.
And there you go. There's your answer. Here we are.
eventually we will do requests, but for at this minute, your electric just got cut off. What the hell? Oh, and anyone who wasn't in here before too, the reason that there right now I have I think 3 mods total. I'm running a test, so understand you will get your mods back. I just have to run a couple tests to see if it's going to push you out or not, because I had read something that if you have under 10 moderators, being a small content creator or a small streamer, that it will push you out in the algorithm more. So I'm kind of running that as a test. So that's why we don't have very many people modded right now. And the reason that KJ or C6, as most people know him, I know he'll probably be in here most of the time. So that's why he kept his mod, because instead of me having to go through it and try to do everything myself, I know I've got a mod in here that can do things. So I can just say, hey, KJ, kick him. You know what I mean? As you all know, I don't kick very many people because I don't really care. People are wild, and I'm all right with that. Hey, we're glad to have you, Black. Really are. I appreciate you coming in, man.
Thank you, Sam.
I could probably do that too. I could put a post on mine while we sit here. Well, I'll do it afterwards, but I'm sure we'll get you to 50, no problem tonight. And anyone who wants to throw a post on their channel too to have people sub, we appreciate all the help so we can get him back going live on his own. And that's why, like, when I realized that you were at what you were at, because right when I found out it was you, obviously I went to your channel and I subbed to it, and I'm like, oh, he can't go live yet. So that's my main goal tonight, is to make sure that he's able to go live within the next 48 hours. I appreciate it, Joe. And I knew you'd understand. I totally did.
Thank you,
and
everybody.
I'm sure most of my subscribers will understand, and they know it's nothing again, because I love all my moderators. They do a great job. But for right now, like I said, I just want to run some tests. Like Leah did it too, and she said that in like a 35-minute stream, she had like almost 1,000 views in 35 minutes. That's really good. And that was right after she canceled her moderators.
And if you look at your analytics also on your YouTube Studio, it'll give you the clue of the time of the month when when it actually spikes, and you'll know as well, because that's when you get all the bloody idiots come into your chat. You've literally you've not gone live 10 seconds and already your chat fills up. It's like, Lord, who are lots of strange people and names, crazy questions.
Black, that my pinned message there, the pinned message that is at pinned message, that is Andy's pin.
Just made to cause confusion. I knew it would cause a confusion. Sorry, everybody.
That's why I kind of tried to put it as at pinned message equals Andy, so that way everyone understands that is Andy's new channel, and if we can get him subbed, yeah, right? Black's like, yeah, that's. I thought it was good. I should have known. I seen your car in it. I should have known it was you.
Exactly. That's a beast as well. 500 brake horsepower, 600 newtons of torque.
That's
it's a Subaru Legacy twin turbo.
I was gonna say, a Subaru. I remember you driving. I seen your Subaru symbol on your steering wheel. Yeah, so come to find out, like, if you want to play music, I mean, it's gonna be more pop music than anything, Andy. But Neffex, it's Neffex. None of his music is copyrightable. So if they ever like say your strike, just play a couple of those songs, and it should throw them off that track to where they're gonna continue to watch you. They're gonna just wait and to see if you keep playing copyrighted music. So if for some odd reason you do get that tick that says, you're being warned or whatever, just pop on a Neffex and play that for a little bit. So that way the attention will be drawn off of you.
The 96 Supra, the Toyota Supra, Was that the GT4? I think you're on about the GT4. That would have been, or no, that would have been the Celica. The Supra come after
Celica?
that, didn't it?
That was so funny hearing you say Celica. I mean,
Well-
maybe that's how you guys pronounce it. We pronounce it Celica, but
Yeah, but that's what I mean, because you guys need to teaching the eloquence of the English language. I know this, but you're
hey, thank you,
welcome.
Wayne. I
I'm here to
appreciate
give
that.
you.
Wayne, while you're subscribing from the UK there, my pinned message there, the @pinned message, subscribe to him as well. That's my co-host here. He had to restart his channel, so we are trying to get him over 50, so that way he can go live again. Because if you like good-hearted and a lot of lore talk, it's great. He's a wonderful man to listen to, which is why I'm here to help him out too, because he's one of my favorite streamers.
Thank you. That's
But
a hell of an accolade. Thank you.
That's
Yes,
pretty well
Wayne.
that's what you do though. You don't make any other videos or shorts, really, do you?
Look who's in here, bro.
So we got both Nickies in the house. What's up, Nicole? Great to have you.
And now I'll get my guns out, bro.
I'll bring out the forearm. My forearms, I think, are better than my biceps. Oh yeah. We're gonna find out who's got them better ones though. I'm gonna pull. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for you to get to the States. It's gonna be so exciting.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
6.0
You can't appreciate my stature on here. Let me assure you. I mean, look at the size of a box of cigarettes.
But are those shorts or hundreds? Because mine are hundreds. Mine are a bigger cigarette though.
Yeah, but these are king size, whatever a general king size is, you know. So
yeah, so that'd be
it
the
just
shorts.
is.
And a short
We-
would be that size. So if I were to,
Yeah, they're the size I have. Pardon me. Yeah, because I'll get 2 rolls out of one.
got you.
Nicole B, can you subscribe to Andy, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you, C6.
does she know already, or I imagine you told her on Discord.
You know.
I figured. I mean,
What part of the UK? I'm in the Midlands, Wayne. Smack bang in the centre, bro. Where are you? Andy, you is a foot taller than me. Yeah.
he's taller
She's
than I am.
She's 5'4", I'm 6'4".
Yeah, so you would be 5 inches taller than me.
Yeah.
Well, if I stretch out, I could hit 6 foot, but I'm not going to be like my father. When I'm 5'11", I'm 5'11". I'm not going to say I'm 6 foot.
That's right.
And I'm slightly taller than my dad, so I know he's shrinking.
A heavy old bastard, but she gets her speed going. There you go.
Yeah, no, that's a nice ride. He quit, man. Is it weird that I call my female cat a dude all the time?
So originally from Manchester, but now you're in Bristol. Okay, bro. So you was north of me, and now you're south over me, just over the Bristol Bridge. I was down Bristol Ways last year. I come down to Breen Sands. I brought my dog down and had her down the beach with her. And I like it down them ways, bro. Nice to see you anyway. Thanks for subbing, Wayne. If you want to sub also to @pinned message, that would be awesome, Wayne. That's myself. And I do lives as well. I talk about all sorts of rubbish.
That's perfect. Yep, that's PP.
Fifi!
Your camera wants you.
You can see my damn dog. There. Right behind me.
He's not gonna leave me alone. Here, I know wifey's in here. Yeah. There, she even said it too. I was gonna say I know she's gonna want to see him, so
Can I pet that dog?
there's the littles. Sprawled out. And then there's the big.
Yeah, my sister's got a husky dog, and I'm going over there on Sunday to replace quite a large garage roof for her. And I should do
nice.
a live. I'm hoping to be able to do a live from there if I can get enough subs. And
Oh,
so,
like
and
I said, you will have enough
we'll
subs
see
tonight.
him on
I
there.
guarantee you that. I guarantee
Yeah.
you'll have enough subs because with me dropping my moderator level like I did, I can already see that we've got more people coming in that normally are not here. So it should work
Awesome.
out. I don't
Yeah,
see a problem with that either.
Yeah, there you go, Wayne. Samuel's in England as well, bro. So you got a couple of British lads in tonight. There you go. I say British. We use the term lightly. They probably like to be called English.
Even I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Eblis, Iblis,
Iblis, yeah.
Ablis. I was gonna say I know
Hey,
they just
Iblis.
subscribed just recently, and I think that was from your chat actually.
Yeah, Iblis is from my channel. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. My new channel is at pinned message Iblis. If you'd like to subscribe to me, please.
It's that pinned
in
comment.
it's in the pinned comment.
E?
It's pinned
Okay, I
message.
like
That's me.
That'll make it easy. I like that, E. I'll take that.
Thank you for the love hearts, everybody. English, I did tell you.
Yes, Black. Yep, it's got his
Call
blue
me
car.
if you like. Okay.
Even
Yes,
my
Black.
moderator's got to behave now because the managing mod's in here.
It's always nice. Here she is. My girl. I'm missing her, I am, brother. I'm missing her. But don't say anything. That's between me and you.
I can't wait for you guys to actually, I'm not gonna throw anything in chat like that or in our stream like that, but you know what I mean. That'll make me smile for sure. Yep, Big Boss is here. Nicole Kowalk or Nikki. Sorry, she's gonna hate me for that. She hates when I say her full name. She gets mad at me every time I do it. Like, 'cause I introduce her to people, by her full name, but she much prefers Nikki.
Well, Nicole B actually represents something different, but we're not going to talk about that up here today. I'll tell you on the day what it represents, brother, when I invite you along.
Yes, absolutely. I can't wait. I wish you were here for the July 4th. I mean, with you not having your surgery done, because I know it's a 6. Are you going to wait your full 6 weeks after your surgery?
Well, it's prescribed that I do for the best outcome and longevity of worth having the procedure done. Because I'm a big old unit, because I'm so big, I'm so heavy, I'm thick set as well, and so I want longevity because I'm young. I'm only 51, and so I've still got plenty to give. I've still got work life in me, and I still want to be, able to do what I want to do. And so it's imperative, I think, that I do rest up properly,
And you might as well make sure that you're properly healed before you end up. Here, I'm going to turn on my kitchen light. Hold on. A little bit more light in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I fully believe you should take your full healing time. I mean, as much as I'd love to say, screw that, come here after 3 weeks, I'd rather you be fully healthy when you come, so that way when you lose an arm wrestling, you can't make excuses.
You're damn right, sweetie.
Kayla!
Sergeant Kayla, can you subscribe to the pinned message, please? It's at pinned message.
Yes, Andy had to change his name and his channel, so he is now at pinned message. So if we could subscribe to him, get him up to his 50, we can have him going live again soon. After tonight, I figure once you do hit your 50, because here I can even watch it too. Once you do hit your 50, instantly try to go live, even if that means you got to back out of here. Instantly try to go live, so that way it sets that 24-hour wait period right away.
And you know what? Last time I tried to go live, I had zero content, and I had to do a bloody short. And
oh,
so
really?
Yeah. Let me have a look.
I was gonna say, if anything, just throw like your I am present or I am creator. Throw that picture up and just say, subscribe to pinned message, and that's a short.
Okay.
Shrimp moving. Oh, you cooking, Black? That's what's up. Shrimp sounds good. I haven't had shrimp in a long time, but I got a good feeling when Matt comes, he's going to bring some shrimp. We're going to do a big boil, and I want to do a big seafood boil. I want to do like crab, shrimp. If we can do some crawdads, that'd be awesome. My cat sure is a needy thing right now. What do you want, man? But yeah, I figured this would be the easiest way to get your channel where it needed to be.
There's a go. Subscribe to your channel. Okay, Wayne. Thank you, brother.
Thank you,
Excellent.
Wayne.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm already at 44.
Told you.
I've not. I didn't even make it 12 hours ago. If I'm subscribed to you, and thank you, Tiny K, my girl. Thank you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good call. Here, hold on. I got you right here. Watch this.
Also, with both my channels. Thank you, E.
I've got 4 channels, so just a second.
Here we go. Great to see you all in here. Thank you for coming by, and thank you for spending time, your energy, your love, your passion, your thoughts, your feelings, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Going to hit 50 soon. Thank you, Joyce. I hope so. Right, guys, I'm off to bed, but I'll see you soon. Zach, stay focused, and Andy, respect always. 100% for you both. Thank you, Sam. You too, brother.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you being here, brother.
Guns.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
All right, there we go. We got that one. Now we'll go to another one.
This is
work done. Easy work.
Did I tell you, Zach?
What's that?
I fucking love Nicole B.
I fucking know you do, and I love that you love Nicole B. Because we both found a beautiful, wonderful Nicole in our lives.
Need 6 more. Let's go, chat. Share the live. Thank you, C6. I got you on 3 channels. Lordy, Lordy, we're smashing it tonight, guys. Awesome. Love you all. Love you too, Kate.
You're at 48 right now.
Awesome.
49. One more.
Really? Oh,
yep.
Lord.
One more. Hold on. I think I have one spare channel that I don't hardly ever use. But I think
I'm trying to get my shrimp. He keeps standing up, tapping my leg. Oh, Lord.
There's 50, brother.
No way.
You're at 50.
Oh, I'm gonna have to update it. It says 44 on my thing. Let me come out and go back in. 51.
What'd I tell you?
Thank you all. Thank you all. So
easy work, baby. Easy work.
How bizarre.
I told you you were at 35 when I subscribed to you on Princesses, and then when you brought up doing a duel, I was like, yeah, bet, because I know I can get you the 50 right away.
That's what we're talking about, brother. Strength in numbers, brothers in arms, stood together, you know, we can accomplish all sorts. And this is exactly what the system fears. And this is why they won't let us come together on ensemble or collectively as a group, all rowing at the same beat of the drum, because we are too powerful and too strong.
Yep. Power in numbers. That's what the government's the most afraid of, too.
What will I find at Andy's page? The main principalities of my page, the principles are I govern and advocate the equitable principles, which is the laws of the land. I speak jurisdictions of law, language, legal world, lawful world, and how we're to operate in both. health, wealth, well-being, law, and language. Basically, how to look after ourselves on the devil's realm. And I do all of that while listening to some tasty music and have a little bit of smoke and break bread with you all.
Yep. Do you pay for your YouTube Premium, or do you just run YouTube?
No, I'm not paying them jack shit.
And I fully understand that. I bought a year's subscription, but I think that also has a reason to do with why they watch your channel more than mine. Because like I said, I play music every time. Never one time have I been warned for a copyright issue or nothing like that. I mean, yes, anytime that I do a live, it instantly, when I end my live, I don't have, like, it'll tell you, you know, your watch time and everything, but mine instantly goes to private before I can go in and edit it to be able to draw all that out. And I do that because of the fact that I know I'll just get strikes if they catch me doing it. But so that's why, because like a lot of times back when Eric and I used to hang out, he'd ask me, he's like, "Well, what'd you get for watch time on this?" It's like, I don't know yet, man, because mine doesn't tell me that at the end of my stream. Because I do mine the way I do it, it won't tell me what I get until after I put it public, and then I have to go in my analytics and check what I had for my watch hours on it.
You got to be dedicated, you know. You got, if you're going to do it like that, you got to be into it all the time. But I'm not serious about it like that and stuff, you know.
Right.
And that's why, you know, I've got such a or I did have a big channel before. I had over 4,000 subscribers, you know, within 6 months when I first come on 2016.
Yep, I remember you saying that.
I got so overwhelmed with popularity talking about all this stuff because my channel was primarily, you know, justice for fathers. Because fathers are paying a lot of money in maintenance or childcare and still not being able to see their children, you know. And I've been there, I've done that, and I've overcome that and fought that and won that. And so that's primarily what a lot of my channel is about: equity for children, so they get the best from both parents rather than, you know, being used as pawns and weapons against each other.
Sorry, I'm trying to find one of my. Damn it! I have C chargers everywhere, but when I need a micro USB, they're nowhere to be found. Here, hold on. I'll grab the one out of the living room so I can make sure that my light doesn't die out on me. And I know when Black had asked yesterday if I was going to go live tonight, you know, I thought about it. I was going to wait for a while to see if Matt was going to go live because, you know, I kind of got to be there for him right now with all the subbing and stuff, or all the gifts and stuff, because of, you know, we're doing the shout outs with that. And I got to make sure I'm there to help to make sure that we've got them all, because I know he doesn't take pictures of it. And like, I screenshot every donation and everything. Because I know if it wasn't for me doing that, Matt would probably be like, well, I don't know who all subscribed, because as much as I love Matt, he puts more concentration into his content creation than, you know, the clerical side of things with it, which I fully understand. And that's why, like, when the wife and I, we do fully intend on moving down to the same city he lives in. That's where we want to go. And I'm basically going to be his helper and keep everything in line with him. Like, I've tried to tell him before too, you know, like, I could be your assistant even from a distance, but I need you to be able to, you know, be there when I need you to be there, when I have questions to ask, you know, when I say, hey, this is what we have scheduled, because I know it would help his channel out, even though, I mean, it's not like he really needs the help, but he wants to be that really large streamer, and I want to help him do that. But, you know, there's things like he should be scheduling his lives. If you schedule them, you know, then people that maybe, like, for me even lately, I don't get the notifications from time to time, and it blows me away that I don't get them. Because I literally have only, you're belled, I'm belled, or you're belled, he's belled, KJ is belled because it's content and people that I know that are always there. It's not a huge list of people that I have the bell highlighted on. So it's just weird that I would understand if I had 40 or 50 channels all highlighted. So, but I don't. I think I have like maybe 7.
Mm-hmm. Wayne saying he couldn't find me. Literally go to the search bar at the top, Wayne, and type in @Pin's message, and it should come up. My channel should come up.
Yeah, it's got a picture of his car on there. It's a blue car. I searched on all of my channels. It's just @pinned message. If you go to your search bar on YouTube and just search @pinned message, I think it's the second thing that pops up. There's something above it. I'm not sure what it was, but questions I answer with my presence. I sit back while I'm texting. Thank you, Black. Appreciate that. She'll bring her best friend. Know what happened next, and yeah, and good planning is really a good thing. And it is like even KJ too. There, he's been not receiving the notification that Matt's going live either. So I've gotten to the point of where I told Matt and Lacey that just let me know. Just let me know when we're going live because I don't have to rely on it. Because I hate when my wife gets home from work and she's like, "Oh, are you in Matt's live?" I'm like, "No, I didn't receive a notification." She's like, "Oh, he's been live for like an hour and a half." And it's like, well, what the hell? Pisses me off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had a lot of that from YouTube lately. I think it's fun saying your name.
Yeah, pinned message and the pinned message. That's not confusing at all. It's like the redundant department of redundancy.
Here she is, my lady.
Yep, I do the same thing, E. Literally, I'll just, when I pop on YouTube, I'll just literally go into my full sub list and I'll see who's live. And like I've had to find Andy in a way a couple times because I've had people pop in, on mine and be like, "Oh, I'm over in Andy's live," and I'm like, "Oh, well, that'd have been nice to know because I'd be over there too, saying some dumb shit."
Exactly, and it's missed and it's welcomed. I got you back, Zach, with notifications.
I appreciate that, brother. I really do.
Yeah. C6 is good peoples, man.
Very good. Very good people.
I
never played the Fallout series. No, I've heard great things, and they brought out that Fallout on what was it, Netflix or Hulu? I think it was Netflix. They brought that in. Man, that was a really good little show, and I hope they put more seasons onto it because I mean, it should run the whole game almost. I would feel.
Well, I'm ignorant to it. I'm afraid I haven't seen it. I've got no clue, so I'm oblivious. I'm afraid. I don't watch TV like that.
I was gonna say, yeah, you seem like the type that doesn't watch a whole lot of TV.
I don't watch it at all. Tell Live Vision. It says it in the title.
That's why I don't watch the news and stuff like that because a lot of that's fabricated anyway. But I do like watching movies.
Now, if you want to know what's going on in the world, watch the news and then flip it on its head, and you'll know the truth.
Right? Yeah. No. Just everything they're saying, you just revert that to the opposite direction. That's probably what's happening.
Thank you, bro. Much appreciated.
Awesome. Thank you, Annie.
Yeah. When I come off of here, I'll try and compile a little short or something, or I'll do a video, or I'll do something, and I'll probably do one of the dog. You do something cute, it'll pull in the numbers. They don't want to see my ugly damn face on there. Put the dog on there, and I'll get some numbers on there. I will.
I think you put your face and the dog because everyone loves that beautiful face and the beautiful puppy face. There she is. There's little Mo. That's a good girl.
She's never far.
Mom. Gotta love your critters.
Yeah, I do.
This is the longest critter I've ever had right here. I've had her for about 11 years now.
Okay. Well, my last dog before Mo, I had a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and his name was Tugger, and he was 18 when I had him put to sleep, and it
Wow,
broke my heart. It's
he
a good
lived a
age,
very
you
long
know,
time.
and that's why my children bought me little Mo
Yeah,
for Father's Day.
yeah. That's why we have the littles, because my wife lost her dog that meant the world to her, and I told her we end up getting Beta because he's black and white, which she had. What the hell was Dixie? She was a border collie. I think that's the breed Dixie was, and that was her baby. She went through a lot of hard times with her ex-husband with that dog around, and when she was gone, my wife was heartbroken. So I had to find something to kind of help replace that, and we got my weird boy girl.
Mm-hmm.
My dog is so feminine, it's weird.
Like, what if the government falls and there's complete lawlessness? Well, we're not far off that anyway. The government is an offshore entity. It's a business. It's a corporation. The country that you reside up in is a corporation and a business. That's why you got a businessman running it. And as for the lawlessness, the police are a private corporation as well. So, you know, each man for their own. That's what's happening right here, right now. The Hunger Games, they've started a long time since.
The
Wake up,
biggest game
people.
in the world is the police department or the policing system.
Two-tier policing in England. 3 dogs, 2 cats, a tortoise, and 2 ducks. Go on, Wayne. You got a small holding. My sister's
Yeah.
got a tortoise. It's about 60 years old.
Yeah, no, that's a hand-me-down pet. My mom used to own a pet store, and we'd get tortoises in too, and it's like that's a lifelong choice.
I'm back. Everyone is live, so I'm
Welcome
jumping
back,
in
Tiny
everyone's
K.
live stream. Good to see you, girl. You don't need to retract any messages. It's all gravy.
I think she accidentally threw it in there twice. Is what happened.
It doesn't matter because because when you look deep into it, if you're going to go really analytical about YouTube, they say that retracted messages and uppercase messages detract from your viewing stuff. You know.
Oh, really? I didn't know the uppercase, but I do know that because they show you the message,
Yeah.
like the message timeline or the speed of it or something. I had my analytics up one time when I was streaming, and you can literally sit and watch it change. And the more that goes through chat, the more that it pushes you out in the algorithm as well. What the hell? This laptop blows me away sometimes.
Turning over like an uncooked pancake. Soggy one side cooked. As above, so below. As above, so below. That's how it is. Daughter about 8 years old, and when it was still a baby. But 8 years old still is relatively young because they live for 75 years plus, don't they?
Yeah, depending on what kind of tortoise it is. I know the Redney. I think they're called the Redney tortoise, or maybe they're the box tortoise. Those live like 100 plus. Yeah, no, you're all right, Kayla. No need to retract messages. The more of the messages in the chat, the more it'll push you out in algorithm too.
Yeah. The more messages that go in, the better it is, and better for the algorithm, better for the channel. Don't worry about misspellings or duplicates or anything like that. It's all phonetics anyway. You know, like shorthand speech. We all still speak phonetically from the phony Phoenicians, but nobody knows.
And that's even why, like when I do a spelling, because I'm not a grammar Nazi by any means, but I like to show myself as educated, not uneducated, because a lot of people look at the tattoos and think that I'm an uneducated person, which I'm not. So I'll correct it, but I won't delete my old message, and I'll just correct it with the asterisks saying, oh, I messed up that word, so here it is. And that's just another pick in the channel. So
a spelling mistake has got nothing to do with grammaticals.
Right. or being bad, because that's really what
you can be grammatically absolutely perfect, but your spelling's all over the place.
Right. That's very true.
You know, and so because it's only about punctuation. And
I almost understand that.
so with each word cast being a spell, we have to be careful what we are spelling.
Yep. Yep.
And that's
And
what
they can
and
live
that's
to be
what that's what
150. That's a hand me down. That's
you'll hear your grandma will always tell you, be careful what you wish for, because you're casting spells.
yeah. Yep. That makes sense. That I understand. Everybody's phone is so low. They don't truly know me. Yeah, and I think for an hour, I think at about
150 years, yeah.
an hour and a half, we'll probably do. I'll start taking some requests because then I know when I go to edit my live, I can just go from the hour and a half mark
Right over, yeah.
or so, and I'll just shut that down. So that way, if anyone wants to come in and watch, the beginning of this, because I posted it with you, and then when I go to edit it in my description, I'm gonna put your connection in there as well. So
Awesome, thank you.
yeah, no problem. Well, we got to get you back up there so that way all the people that love being there and love seeing you can be there instead of why the hell or me getting messages on my lives. Hey, have you talked to Andy? And it's like, yeah, change it. Well, if I do something like that and people look at my videos or my lives, they'll be able to collect that information through that. Bobby, hey Bobby, before you leave, pinned message @pinned message. That's Andy's new channel. Subscribe to that.
Bobby seen me this morning. I think Bobby was number 24 or something like that.
Okay.
So I've got the 50 that's required already, Bobby. Thank you, brother. And I'm not able to go live at the moment, Kay. I've got to verify it and make a short and things, but hopefully the next 48 hours or so, 72 hours, I'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
I love the music Andy plays. YouTube kills our vibe. Yes, YouTube does kill our vibes. And I'm only playing YouTube's music, and it pisses me off.
That's what I think is the stupidest thing about it. Like even right now, like I'm in my YouTube music, which yes, I pay for, so I don't have to worry about commercials and shit like that. But how can you offer a music streamer but not allow it to be on a stream?
It's crazy.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. I can broadcast it on my. I've got one of these very loud disco speakers, these big disco speaker things, Bluetooth, all the lights flash and all that business. And I can put that on my front doorstep and blast YouTube into the street. The whole damn street can hear it. No problem. No violations, nothing.
Right.
You play YouTube back to YouTube. Oh no, that's a copyright infringement.
Yeah. Just like even when you do your shorts and stuff, or if you do, because shorts go all the way up to 3 minutes now. I'm sure you're aware of that. But you can still, the only way you can put music in that is if you do a 60-second or less.
Mm-hmm.
Which then it blows me away. It makes zero sense. Like if you're going to allow a short to be so long, then you should allow the copyright to not take over. And it's not like you said, it's not copyright when I'm playing this, blasting it outside on my DeWalt radio.
Yeah.
But yet people are still hearing it the same way they'd be hearing it live. It just makes no sense.
Well, you could have a gathering at your yard, bring as many people to your yard as you wish, and you could project YouTube onto a screen, let them all watch it while you're having a disco. You could have a video disco. Everyone's watching. Now what? It's just crazy. It's because of royalties. That's what it always comes back to, the royalties. Who's going to pay the royalties? If we pay for a YouTube license, we can play what we want. It all comes back to that corrupt quid.
But the royalties things doesn't even make sense either, because YouTube takes 30% of any donations, takes 30% of your earned money through doing your streams, doing your shorts, doing your videos. They take a percentage. So why are they not paying percentages to these people to be able to allow us to be able to play their music? I mean, if anything, you're spreading people's music. I played a lot of music that people have never heard of before on my lives, and who is this? It's like, if anything, I'm just helping spread your popularity, getting you, new people to listen to your music.
Yeah, I come down to Breen Sands now and again, Wayne, you know. It's not too far from me, so if they're around your ways, bro, we could always hook up and break bread, no problem. They took over YouTube, the export people's channels taking 30% of received donation. Yeah, for sure they do.
Yeah, and that's why, like, even on Matt's channel, we've been trying to get people to donate to his Cash App. You know, like let's cut out that middleman that's stealing from us, and just if you wanna give money to someone, give money to them. Don't give it to the platform that is already taking from them, charging them to use it. But yet, being a smaller streamer or a smaller content creator, we don't get anything for doing this.
See, we don't have Cash App here, so I can't donate that way or receive that way.
Really, you don't have Cash App over in the UK?
No.
So if you went on your phone to your store, it doesn't pop up. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. And I've heard that before, actually.
No, it's PayPal. You have to have PayPal.
Okay, PayPal. Yeah, we've got that as well. What about
But that comes with their charges.
What about like Venmo? You probably can't do that either, then, huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's a United States renowned thing.
Yeah. See, it's PayPal, and so the last time I done a donation on PayPal to the States, it comes out good for the recipients because I can send, for instance, £20, and you'll receive something to the order of about $26.
Okay, is that what it is? That's what our difference is.
Yeah. We might have already bumped into each other over the years, probably, Wayne. You know, I've got a face only my mother could love. You could never forget me.
I definitely couldn't. You couldn't force me to forget you. You can say whatever you want, Black. I ran a bunch of tests because my buddy had a Milwaukee one of the new ones, the clip-on ones, or the stack and go style, where it's got the sub underneath and everything. And we played ours side by side, and my DeWalt sounds way better.
Well, my Makita sounds better than Milwaukee and DeWalt.
Your Makita radio?
Yeah.
You have a Makita radio?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Makita did radios.
Yeah.
I do like Makita drills, though. Those are some of the best drills I've ever used.
Yeah, my Makita radio, man, it's a proper robust site radio. It's down my workshop. I'll show you next time we go down my workshop. But they're on construction sites all over the UK. They're excellent tools.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
Hey, Sam. Good to see you, bro.
Sam
Rhodes. Sam Rhodes pinned message. If you can see the pinned comment, @pinned message is my channel. If you could subscribe, please, brother, you'll be able to find me on there.
Bosch radio. I never compared a Bosch radio to mine, but I've always been a DeWalt fan. I mean, I feel like Milwaukee's so overrated.
Phone call. Pleasure meeting you, Andy. Take care. You too, George. Thank you very much, and we'll catch up soon. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great night.
His battery was low. Got a bat. Yeah, Makita Blue, yeah. Better than a Ryobi, absolutely.
Everything's better than a Ryobi.
Yeah. You have Black & Decker there?
Yep.
You're in those realms, aren't you, with the Ryobi, you know?
Do you have Tool Shop?
Tool Station.
Okay, we have Tool Shop, and that's like the lowest end you can buy.
Okay. Well, in fact, we can go into Aldi's here and buy a bunch of grapes, a bunch of flowers, and a welder. So, you know, they have the variation in that store. Aldi.
ALDI?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, ours is nothing but food.
No.
Well, if you go to the bigger ones, I think you can get stuff. But like the one in our town.
They sell hardware, bench grinders, workwear, boots, gloves, all household wares, and all sorts of German rubbish. that you can buy on the internet for a couple of pence, or you can go in there and pay a couple of bucks. You know, it's all absolute rubbish that requires throwing away. But we won't talk about that.
I've never heard of Silverline.
Yeah,
Guess who makes
Silverline. Yeah, they have Silverline here. Who's had Silverline? Oh, Wayne. That's right. It's a British thing. That is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. I've got a box in my workshop. It's about as tall as I am and about 4 foot wide, and all the drawers are full. And to be
Well,
fair,
to 28 years, man, that's a hell of a long time.
cost about 25 grand to fill it up all in all.
Littles? Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, we got Lidl in England as well.
Okay.
And they're pretty much online with their Aldi. They sell the same sort of things, you know, on the same sort of basis. Very much similar.
Yeah, no, on our the only other thing that's like Aldi's for us is like Sam's Club or what's the other one? But you have to have like memberships to them and shit, and that's silly to me that you have to pay just to shop at a place.
Exactly. The poorest pay the most, bro. The poorest pay the most through every sector of life. Those with money, because money makes money, they'll never be short. That's why they hammer the poor in society. They can't go nowhere. They can't run and hide. They'll come and get you.
Sam's and Costco. Yep, that's what it is. Costco.
Yeah, we have Costco here.
Yeah.
Aldi and Lidl is run by two brothers. Yeah, that's right. Like Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Greggs, Iceland, which used to be B-Jams in England. They are all single men or brothers in operation. You know that they are all a private, huge public corporation owned by a private man. You know that isn't accountable for nothing. It's crazy. Yeah. These people hold such power in society, selling such shit food, feeding our children on shit that I wouldn't feed my dog. And yet they're expected to grow up through school life and be healthy and go on to use a sweeping brush for the rest of their days, because that's what schooling is for. I hate it. I hate the system. I hate the food chains. I hate how poisonous they are. I hate how they bounce us back to the health system and back to the diabetic this or insulin that or diet this, gluten-free, wheat-free, this free, anti that. Hang on a minute, man. Hang on. Slow down. So the superstores are doing nothing but and the healthcare sends you back over there, and they send you back. And by the time you've done half a dozen back and forths of them, you're back in your casket, and you didn't even realise what was going on.
I read what Black said. Their 5-gallon bucket of cashews. How much does something like that run? Because I know, like, just a small bag of cashews is like $10. 5-gallon bucket. Holy shit!
Well, I went to Tunisia in December just gone, which is North Africa, and I went to one of their local markets, and I could buy a huge bag, like, you know, I could barely get this thing under my arm. They tried to sell me. I'm like, I'm on holiday. I want a couple of handfuls to eat while I'm walking around.
Right.
These mofos seem like, yes, these have got a rich money. We'll sell them all. And this bloody bag was like this, and it come to something equivalent of about 10 or 12 English pounds. And so the couple of handfuls that I bought was just a few dinar or linar or whatever they spend over there. It wasn't very expensive. But I come home here and buy a pre-packed bag of these cashews, and they're like £2.50 for a little. And there's this many in there, you know. It's like, hang on here a minute. What's going on?
Yeah, salmon and shrimp tonight. Got the asparagus. Ooh, that sounds delicious. My wife doesn't like asparagus. I like Brussels sprouts and asparagus, two of my favorite greens.
Yeah, I think the mistake with asparagus is it's often overcooked. It only takes a couple of minutes in the steamer and you're out. You know, you're done. Or in the fry, whichever way you're doing it, it's very, very minimal. You know.
Yep, I like them on the grill, and I like them to have a crunch when I bite them.
Exactly.
But now my Brussels or my Brussels sprout or not Brussels sprout, yeah, Brussels sprouts. No, yeah, Brussels sprouts. I mush them. They turn into a mush, and I absolutely love it. But that's because I butter the crap out of them, you know. Trader Joe's. You guys got Trader Joe's over there?
No.
No. I've never been to a Trader Joe's, but I've heard of them.
No, I've never even heard of it.
You don't allow Velveeta cheese? Do they allow Velveeta cheese over by you there?
Never heard of it.
No, then I doubt it. Yeah, like I don't even. We might have one box. Hold on.
So your food regulation standard authority or whomever they are in your country are a lot slacker than here. We don't allow a lot of stuff that you guys allow.
Well, that's why we're known as the most unhealthy state, or the most unhealthy country, because we allow a lot of garbage.
Lemon
Yeah, no, I
and
don't have any.
pink Himalayan sea salt on the asparagus. That's awesome. And if you like your pink Himalayan sea salt, if you can, try and get Celtic sea salt. And it's the most beneficial of all of the salts. And it's got the most minerals out of all of them. Celtic salt. Have a look, everybody, if you can. It's there. That's what I use. I'm a Celtic man myself. I'm a Scotsman, but it's just how it is. Good electrolytes in the body, strong heart, you know, and it's what we need. We're electrical systems, aren't we?
I'm not sure. I got a seasoning I love to use, and it's got sea salt. That stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that. And it's got garlic and onion, black pepper, and sea salt. But I'll definitely have to try out that Celtic because we don't use a whole lot of salt in this house. I use other things like adobo for a salt substitute. I'm not a huge fan of salt. I mean, it's bleach, just like I don't like using a lot. I would prefer my sugar in the raw because bleach sugar, I mean, it says why it's bad for you right there in the title. It's got bleach in it.
Well, white bread, white sugar, white rice, anything that's white, anything that's bleached is no good for you. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, so
100%.
9 stone. Yeah, I'm heavier than 9 stone. I'm 17 stone weight.
I don't even know what that conversion is.
240.
That's what I was 240 just recently, and that's the heaviest I've ever been.
Yeah.
But it's because I've been in a slump in life. So hopefully I find out Monday if I got the job that I had my interview for. So hopefully that plays out. If it doesn't, I'm gonna keep searching. I'll figure that shit out one way or another. I'm gonna get work. I can't keep sitting home. I mean, I do a lot of work around the house. The wife enjoys that, but it's I need to be active and I need to be working and bringing an income in to help my wife.
Absolutely, but all at God's speed, bro. You know, you can't hasten the season. Everything's for a season and a reason, bro. We have to have the grace to know that, you know, and just cling in between and try not let it frustrate us and boil us over the edge.
Right. Yeah, and I noticed it the other night. The wife had asked me, she's like, "You seem like you're upset today." I'm like, just life is it's getting to me. But I always keep my head up, and it is what it is. Like you said, it's for a time. It's not forever. So as long as I keep my head on the grind,
I felt that's when we was on the Discord, right? And that's what I was feeling. That's what I was saying. Well, if you just need a chat, run a call. I felt exactly the fucking same way, because men handle things differently to women. Women have a different pressure to a man. We have different timelines. Women run on timelines. We run differently, have different thoughts, different pressures. We're the providers, the givers, the stabilizers. We keep stable, things like that. And if we're unstable financially, if we're unstable mentally and stuff, that our foundations are rocking a piece, and it makes us insecure. And a man that's insecure makes brash decisions and stuff and unsteady on his feet, and it's not a nice feeling when you're normally balanced and rational, got a good foundation and things. And just these little things like being unemployed, not feeling sufficient, not feeling you're bringing the value to the house can fucking destroy a soul. And I know that because I've got first-hand knowledge, and that's how I can express it with a language. and I'm here to help men that feel that way. I've got first-hand knowledge. I'm feeling it as I'm speaking it right here, right now. I'm on the sick, waiting for a surgery. I'm 51 years old. I've worked all of my life. I've paid taxes all of my damn life. And yet I've been made to wait 12 months for an operation I've already paid for. I have to pay national insurance in my country, obligatory. Since I was 16 years old, I've paid thousands, let alone taxes. Taxes are separate. I've paid my insurance and I'm getting nothing back from the system. And this is why I'm desperate to get the damn thing done and get the hell out of Dodge and get over to a life that I've been offered to do better for myself. I am an asset to a community. I bring skills. I'm not lazy. I'm not a thief. I'm not a liar. I don't have a criminal record. I'm a good, honest, upstanding fucking man that deserves better.
I agree with that 100%, brother. I really do. Yeah, I know, and that's what sucks is the people like even me being treated the way I am on probation. You know, like I'm not used to being treated so shitty because I'm a well-respected person. Outside of I had to take some charges because if the state didn't get their money, they were gonna lose out on a bunch of money. So it was either I accept something or they're gonna bury me under the prison. And I accepted, minor shit after battling it for 5 years for no reason, and now I have to pay them ridiculous amounts of money, and it just doesn't make sense to me on how they can say this is what you owe for something you were for allegations, literally for allegations for something someone said that was a lie. I have to pay ridiculous amounts for what? Because someone was dishonest, and now I have to pay for their dishonestness. That's crazy to me, but it is what
Not
it is.
right.
I'll grin, bare my teeth, and I'll keep moving forward.
Well,
Yes, Kayla.
what you need to be doing in that case is approaching a lawyer or a solicitor, whatever you call them in your country, for redress. You need compensation because they've brought your name into disrepute. They've used your name in vain.
So I did talk to my attorneys about that, and they blatantly told me that I would spend over the amount they're asking for on attorney fees just to be able to fight it and get it addressed and get the money to be given to me
Well,
from the
well,
person who did that. But
the compensation is for your personal loss and your defamation, plus to cover the charges that they've imposed upon you. You're not to pay them; they are. They brought the false claim and false allegation. He who makes claim has the burden of proof and must provide the remedy. That's the law.
yeah, if the law is twisted around here, man, they will
It's twisted everywhere, bro. But until we state it, until you, because a solicitor works for you, you have to instruct them. It's no good us sitting back and waiting for them to give us the answers. We have to tell them what we want.
yeah.
That's what they're paid to do. We've lost connection with the capacities of these public servants and these civil servants. They are there to provide a service. And the trouble is with these, because they are members of the BAR, they're all in a huddle in a group together, all protecting each other's ass.
Yeah.
But when you call them out and you are paying them for a service, you have to tell them what the hell they are to do.
And throughout my whole battle, I mean, throughout that 5 years that I had to battle all this, I mean, I told them straight out because they're there to defend me. And even one time, my lawyer said something that was a little out of line, and I told him, I said, you know what? Straight to his face, I said, watch what the fuck you say, because I'm the wrong person to push those buttons with. You are here to do as I tell you to do. That's what you're getting paid to do. And if you can't run that service like you're supposed to, I'll find somebody else to do it.
I'll sack you and I'll get somebody else. That's right. I'll sack you and I'll employ your colleagues because they're all colleagues.
Yeah.
But once you start invoking the equitable maxims, they have to abide by it, brother. They just don't tell us this. It's a bit like when you call up when you call up the government for government help assistance, EBT cards, all these kind of things, they won't tell you what you're entitled to. However, if you state to them with full knowledge of what you're entitled to, they will pay it to you. But they're not openly coming to you and say, oh, look, you're entitled to this, this, and this, because they can save money. And this is how this operation works. They are the same. They are the same. They don't want to be out in the public showing their fraud. They want to be settled privately. So what you want to be doing is making a claim. You need to bring a claim in the county court against that individual for the defamation of character and the harm it's caused you and the debt that it's now left you in. You need relief from that.
But the only problem with that is you have to pay for those services, and with everything that they've taken from me, with I lost my company, I lost my job, I lost everything, and because of that, I don't have money to pay these people to even try to fight for me. Because that's the first thing they're going to say is, well, if you're bringing up a suit, we're going to need a down payment to be able to even start working.
Oh no, but you can tailor your own suit.
Yeah,
you don't need another man to make your suit. You know how your suit fits best. Your case is watertight. You've got your own legs to stand on. This is what I'm talking about: status, standing, capacity. When you stand up and you've got the capacity and the status, you cannot be ignored. You're a living flesh and blood man.
right.
The court cannot dishonor you. You are not a corporation chasing a debt. You are a living entity, brother.
But even so, doing it myself, to even file stuff, it costs money to file that stuff. It's not like I can walk.
But it's just a couple of $100, and
right?
It's a fail safe, and it's a fail. But you could save it because you've got months to do it, because you've got the 6-year legal clause whereby it's nullified after that. But you've got up until that point.
Yeah, that statute of limitations or whatever it's called.
That's right. That's what it's called. Yes. And so you've got up until that point.
I do intend on it, because that was, the person who put those allegations out there and strung this out for so long. Like, there needs to be repercussions, because I'm the second person they've done this to, and they don't get anything. They don't get a slap on the wrist. They don't get anything. It's, oh, okay, well, you were mistaken on what you said. Game over. That's the end of it. Like, how is that fair for me? Like you said, for destroying everything I had, for taking everything from me, and there's no repercussions for it, and that's sickening to me. All you need is Andy's accent in the U.S. and they'll take you seriously. Yeah, no, that's what I'll do. When you come to the States, I'll let you be my attorney. Because people listen to that accent, they're gonna be like, "Damn, this dude's serious."
Well, Zach, when you go to court and we've just talked about your suit, and you put your suit in your case, so you're looking fucking swanky. What is it in court? What is the basis and fundamental shit that goes on in court? What is even the definition of court? When you look in the dictionary, what does it say?
I don't know.
It says a place of game, like a tennis court, like a basketball court. Right.
Yep.
So when we get there, what's going to happen? It's your word against their word. It's word against word.
Yep.
Those words are then adjudicated. A determination from them adjudication is derived, and they'll pass judgment upon whomever. You're guilty or you're not guilty. That's how it goes. And so no one has the word that you have. The court certainly doesn't have a word against you, because you haven't committed a crime, for one. And for two, the court doesn't have first-hand knowledge. It wasn't there when these malicious claims was made against you by a living individual. The court is a dead entity. The court is secondary. And so if you go there as the living man and make the claim, pay for that claim, a couple of $100 to claim back the charges for the defamation of character, using the name in vain, plus the charges that you've been added onto you now to pay off, they need to pay that. You can do that as the living flesh blood, standing man, status, standing capacity. When you hire a solicitor or a lawyer, they are dealing with the dead, a dead entity, your corporate fiction, your Mr. Co-walk.
Yep.
Nothing to do with Zach. Mr. Co-walk stand, Mr. Co-walk rise.
Yeah.
Why do they tell you to stand? Because they are raising the dead. Why is the judge in black? Because they're dealing with the dead. Why is everyone in black? They're dealing with the dead. You know?
One of my most hated things about going to court, is when you rise for the judge. I don't know this person. I don't respect this person, and they are there to ruin my life.
It's their ritual, brother. They're raising the dead. So he's dressed in black and he's got his lamb's wool on because he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He sits at the bench. Bench is a Latin word for bank. He is a bondsman for the bank. He is there dealing with your bond, your corporate fiction, which is your birth certificate, your bank bond. Is extrapolating money from that birthing bond and making you pay for it. There's a subrogation in capacities. He has got himself as a beneficiary and you, Zach, the man, as the trustee. If you walk into court and tell that judge as the trustee, you require anything from restoration of property to compensation, he has to honour you as the beneficiary because that's equity, but you have to state it. You have to state it. And they cannot dishonour you then. He cannot dishonour you because you are in the fucking court of the Lord. That's why they've got the Bible in there. Swear not your hand by this book nor my name. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. If you've got knowledge of the Bible and you can walk into that courtroom and express it, that judge will kiss your damn arse.
And I do have a knowledge of the Bible. I mean, I grew up very Christian. My grandfather's a pastor.
That's why it's in every courtroom, brother. That's why it's there for our defense against them.
Yeah.
They don't tell us that. They switch it up and hold us against it because we don't know how to defend ourselves with it.
Have a great day.
Have you got Google there, bro?
Yeah.
Do us a favour, please, brother. Type in James 2:9 KJV.
Shut everything down. I clicked
bro.
to shut everything down. Hold on. If this won't pull up, I got the computer. Oh, there it goes. All right. So,
boy, I don't understand half of that. No, you won't do, Kayla. I'd have to break it down for you.
All right. What did you want me to search?
James 2:9 KJV.
But if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin. Come on now. Refresh. Ye commit sin and are convinced of the law as transgressors. Holy shit. I think this whole laptop just took a complete shit on me. My mouse isn't even working properly. We're gonna let that sit for a minute. that just told me to go to hell. Here, I can go on the computer.
So, I'll recite it to you. If ye have respect of persons, you do so in sin, and are convinced of the law as a transgressor.
Okay.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean, brother?
That means that I have the power.
Now then, all legislative rules, any legislation is all pertaining to a person. It never, ever, ever says man or woman.
Right.
All of the English and American legislation, like for instance here, it says a person shall not drive without accordance with a license. A person shall not drive without insurance.
Yeah.
A person shall not spit on the floor. You know, all these crazy fucking legal rules.
Yeah.
It never says man or woman. So when you look in the dictionary at the word person, what is it? Do you know?
I don't know. Not offhand, no.
What do you think a person is?
Person would be a living entity.
Exactly. It's like a man or a woman. We think
Yeah.
it's a man or a woman.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what a person is one who wears a mask or an actor. So they want you to act in person as that dead entity, as that legal dead entity, the birth certificate, the mister that they title you with. So when you look at the legislation, it's nothing to do with the living flesh and blood man. It's to do with dead entities. And as we know, they're acts and statutes. All acts and statutes have the full force of law with consent of the governed. We are policed and governed by choice, by consent.
Yeah.
So if you haven't broken the law, what can they do?
Nothing.
Exactly, because you don't consent.
Yeah.
Now, if another man has wronged you and you bring a claim to a county court, you better believe you're going to get remedy because you're in there as a living flesh and blood man.
Yeah.
You require compensation for the wrongs you've suffered. It's called a tort. A tort at law is a wrong. You've been suffered torts at law,
Yeah.
and you are there for a remedy. That's
Okay.
what equity is.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely have to start on that for sure. That absolutely, Kayla. English is one of the hardest languages out there to even learn. Aside from like Cantonese, which has like 365 characters in their language, which is just crazy to me.
Well, bro, we started out with characters and pictures, didn't we?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. That's like because the wife asked me the other day too a question of, well, why is this called this? I'm like, well, why is green green? Why is grass?
Yes, good.
It's
Yeah.
it's something that someone made up a long time ago and it's stuck. That's why.
Yeah. Exactly. This dinosaur is called a Diplodocus. What? Who the fuck says so?
Right. Right. Who the hell was like, yeah, I think
Who was
sounds like
there?
a game.
Who was there?
And why did you make all these characters make this weird ass word? Like pterodactyl. That is one of the weirdest spelt words I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
To even pronounce it like that, like if I were to read that word, not knowing the English language, it's not going to sound anything like pterodactyl.
It's because it's to bamboozle you with language. And that's exactly what goes on in court. Because they speak legalese.
Yeah.
It's disguised as English. It looks and sounds like English, but it's fuck all like it, brother, to put it in layman's terms.
Yeah.
Legalese is like Japanese or dirty knees. Nothing to do with English. And if
Right.
I can teach you Old English to say certain words and nothing more, because once you clarify a sentence and know how to, it cannot be misconstrued into anything else. It
Right.
means what it says. Say
Right.
what you mean and mean what you say. And if you can just do that fee simply in a very short, layman's fee simple, stupid manner, it can't be questioned and it can't be misconstrued into anything else. And
Right.
that's how you nail them. Your word against theirs. Words, WORDS. Get the S and put it on the front. Sword. Your words are swords, they're sharp. You know, you got to know what you're saying and what's being said to you.
Yep. It's your way to battle. If you know your words, then you can battle with them.
And that's why the pen is mightier than the sword. Because
I
paperwork
say,
precedes man. I could have you write an affidavit of truth, send it to a corporation or a court, and they would have to accept it for what it is because it's your first-hand truth. They cannot rebuke you.
sorry, I had a text I had to respond to there. I love that predictive text that you can just someone will text you something and it'll say like okay or sounds good or no problem or I understand, you know. So when I go to it and I could just it gives you that predictive. because like I just got asked what I was doing at 11 p.m. tonight, and I pulled it down and I was like, oh look, it says nothing. Perfect, because that's what I'm doing at 11 p.m. tonight. Yeah,
Awesome.
I figured he was going to get a hold of me. It's one of my older buddies, the guy I help mow his lawn and stuff. He's got nobody in his life. His family's pretty well disowned him and don't talk to him anymore. And he broke down to me one day. He's like, dude, if I were to die in my house, no one would know. He's like, because nobody talks to me, nobody checks on me. I was like, you got to remember who your friends are. I said, who took care of you when your knees were bad, when you had your knee surgery? Who was there for you to help you do things that you needed to do? I said, I would notice. If I didn't hear from you after a couple days and I tried to get a hold of you and you didn't respond, I'd be over there. Believe me. So he's getting off work at 11, and I'm sure I'm probably going to go hang out with him.
Awesome.
Oh man, my ass.
Reinhardt.
Bad. Gotta go get Tums.
Good to see you, Reinhardt. Thank you for coming by.
First channel's in here.
Yes.
Hey, Reinhardt. How you doing, brother?
I'd been across to my channel as well. I have creator, so
he does really good content. He plays hockey. His kids play hockey. His kids are starting boxing here soon. Very great family.
Awesome.
Really good guy. I really like his channel.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And awesome kids. And his wife seems to be like an awesome person as well. Very good people.
Nice. It's nice to see nice families, and staying together and doing what they should be doing. It's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of cigs. I can't smoke anything else, so I gotta smoke cigs for now, I guess. And that's another thing too. We have that Delta 8 and that THCA here, where it's legal in this state. Damn, it's kind of a cold night to be out on the bike, but there go two bikes. But we have that. It's legal here to use in this state. Now, THC itself is not legal in this state. But, like, for my probation, like, I used to smoke the Delta 8 legally, but it stays in your system longer than THC, and on a drug test shows up as THC. Which is why I'm worried that this Tuesday I may go to jail, because if she piss tests me, I'm probably not going to be clean. But I've been trying to, detox my body, because I don't want to be thrown in jail again for something that I shouldn't be in jail for. But I know this piece of shit agent I've got is going to do everything she can in her power to put me in jail.
Cranberry, lemon, blueberry juice.
Yeah. I've been working out
good antioxidants and stuff,
I've been doing a pre-workout, because pre-workout helps your body heat up. So helps you sweat out the toxins. Breathing, you burn calories while you breathe. So the harder you breathe, the more calories you're burning. So I've been doing a lot of things to try to help that through. But if I don't pass it, I know she's probably going to put me in jail. So if you don't hear from me after Tuesday, that may be why. You could probably get a hold of my wife and she'd tell you, but
no, let's stay positive, bro.
I'm always positive, and I tell the wife that too. I'm one of those that I hope for the best, but I always expect the worst. That way, if the worst happens, I'm not heartbroken.
Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Yep. 100%.
Well, it's raining hard outside at the moment. I can hear it bouncing about out there. It's 2:55 a.m. here, and we're having some water through the night, so that's nice, because we've been parched here. The grass is all starting to go
your
yellow.
Lawn looked very dry last time I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do blackheads. I literally look.
Yeah.
I go through a lot of water, and that's all. I mean, every once in a while, I think I had one of these today, a Diet A&W, and that's a zero sugar. I've been trying as hard as I can to just be able to detox my body.
The cleanest water is distilled water. When we're drinking these bottled waters, there's that many thousands of particulates and goodness knows in there. If we distill our water, then what they said earlier, the Celtic salt or the pink Himalayan rock salt, just get just one like that and put the salt into the water. You can't taste it, but because when you distill water, it becomes flat water or dead water, because it takes everything out.
I have two water distillers.
Yeah, so distill your water, put some rock salt back in for your electrolytes. It's the best water you will drink.
Okay.
If you
See,
can't
that's
get to
another
a
thing
natural
too.
spring or anything like that, you know.
Over a plant, Reinhardt's over a plant that is our God-given right to have, and
Yes, exactly.
the THC itself, like I'm a huge advocate for THC because of its medical benefits. Like I can't take pain pills; they make me sick. Well, to subdue my pain, I was smoking, and now that I can't smoke, I am constantly in pain, and it's just like I can't do anything to help it. Yeah, I wish I could.
RSO. It's gone now. I've used it, but yeah, that's what I've had recently for my back. Because look, bro, listen, I've got a half a liter, and I can go and get another half a liter tomorrow. Look, liquid morphine,
Yeah, that's crazy
oral
to me that they
morphine,
give it out like that
liquid
over there.
morphine. Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
they would never give you morphine unless you were a
Three.
cancer
This is
patient.
a 300 mil in this bottle, ladies and gentlemen. 300 milliliters in that bottle,
Oh,
and
seeing how
these
you're in
are.
here, Reinhardt's. Where do I get that? Because I looked at Walmart for it. Am I going to have to order it online? Because that's something I definitely wanted to get. But I went to Walmart and looked for it. I couldn't find it. Do I go to like a Planet Earth or a GNC? Would they have it there? Yeah, no. I showed my wife that and we went and looked for it, but Walmart doesn't carry it. Ordered online. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll definitely do that. And that's what the wife said we probably have to do too.
I've never heard of that. What is that, bro?
It's a dietary supplement that helps you sleep.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Okay.
it
We have
in my head it's kind of like a
then.
melatonin, but it's much more healthy for you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and that's something he promotes, good eating, really good healthy shakes and smoothies and stuff. He shows you how to make them. The Reinhardt's channel is a great channel he's
Awesome.
very knowledgeable on that. He's a very healthy person, him and his family.
What you put in, you get out. My nan raised me from a small boy. She said, if you want to be as thick as a pig's ass, eat one. Make your own butter. Awesome.
Yeah, no, we're definitely getting that. I fully intended on that. As soon as I'm back to working again,
Okay.
which hopefully will be soon, I'm certainly getting that.
Awesome. We just
Right
do the
now,
best by. I'm 51 years old, and I'm still going on like I feel like I'm 30. Apart from the surgery I'm waiting on. If it wasn't for that, I don't feel any other way than like a younger lad than I am. It's
yeah,
only that that's prohibiting me at the moment, and it's only because of how I eat and what I drink.
right.
I
Yeah, no,
shouldn't
you're
smoke
in great
this many
shape
cans
for
like
your.
I do, but
Oh goodness. Yeah, no,
I don't
you're in
go.
absolutely great shape for your age, and you can tell that you're mentally strong, but with a younger mantra, if you will.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about you the most is that you meet a lot of 50-year-olds or 60-year-olds, and you can just tell they're an old person, and it's because they haven't taken care of themselves. Like for me,
Mhm.
I'll be 39. Yeah, man, I wish my wife was here to tell me at my age. I think I'll be 39 in a month. And when people talk to me or meet me, they think that I'm low 30s, high 29s. And it's because I don't have a lot of gray hair. I mean, I don't have a receding hairline at all. I mean, I have plenty of hair.
Um,
Too much damn hair. But eventually that's going
but
to get cut off as soon as I got my locks of love length that I need. I can't wait to get rid of it. I mean, I enjoy it.
when I
My wife enjoys it, but it's a lot to deal with.
when I say I'm 51, like most people don't believe in like really, and they see my children, I don't look old enough to be their father. I'm like, well, I am, and it is what it is. But and that's why. But I've always had labour intense jobs, and I've always worked hard, and I don't have to go to the gym and stuff because I work hard. I'm always
Right.
active.
And
I
that
eat
was that
well,
was
and I
me
drink
too.
well.
Like I had people ask me one time, they're like, "Are you on steroids?" I was like, "Well, I want you to understand if I was on steroids, I'd be absolutely massive because I don't work out at all,
Hmm.
and I have a large body build, and I got that from my father."
Hmm. You guys look great. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
I shave my hair off, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, hair is obnoxious anyway.
40 bucks. What's that saying? Amazon doesn't even have it. Look, Old Pop Bridle. It's $40. You'll be thanking me later.
What's up,
Feeling
Luke?
like a super refreshed.
Hey, Luke, just so you know, don't take it personally that nobody's got moderators except for one person. Well, actually, I think I have 3 people, which one of them is in chat now, but I had to do it to check the algorithm. That's my best friend, by the way.
Luke, welcome. Good to meet you, bro. Thank you.
He's heard you before. Last time I was over there, you were doing a live, and I had you playing, and I was like, dude, are you listening to the things he's saying? Like, this is a smart man. Like, listen to him.
Oh, I remember him. You were at his house.
Yes.
And then he went out and he ran a few errands in his car, didn't he?
He probably ran in my vehicle.
No, I'm sure he done lives after that, just in his car by himself too. Because I subscribed to him subsequently after meeting him on your channel. That's right.
To Luke?
Yeah.
Luke doesn't make content.
Was it not? It must have been a different one then. He got like a beard similar to yours and wore a cap. He was at his house.
Trying to think.
Anyway.
That might be Shivey, but he doesn't make content either. I'm trying to think who that might have been. Because I really don't talk to very many people. Like I talk to Luke, and then that older gentleman.
You was doing a duel with him. I can't think of his because I'm rubbish with names and it's always failing me.
Yeah, I'm absolutely terrible with names too. Man, that's the faces. I'm a huge face person. Like I can see someone and be like I've had people come up to me even in this town because I'm well known in this town. Yeah, you are a beardless ginger.
A beardless ginger.
But,
that's not the same lad then.
But I completely lost train of thought of what I was even saying there. Because you had me thinking about who the hell I was on the duel with.
That's an age thing. Right to you, my age.
I'm surprised I made it this far, friend.
Yeah.
And we're great. Right. We're happy to have you. We are happy to have you.
You're too busy in everyone else's lives to make your own content. That's how I am. I had what?
Oh, Luke, you're back.
We both got thrown out then.
Can't hear you though. I can hear myself. What the hell happened? I literally can hear my phone echoing back. Why is it doing that? Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me, but my. Hold on. Something.
We got thrown out, and my counter has started, but I'm on 30 seconds now. We've restarted for some reason, bro.
What'd you say?
My counter is now on 47 seconds. We've been restarted.
Yeah. And I literally, you are very quiet now, and I can hear myself echoing back to me through my phone.
Yeah. Should we do a restart?
We could probably do that, yeah.
Everyone.
All right, guys, we're going to restart this because I don't know what the hell happened. We'll be right back. Love y'all. We'll be right back.